Hey everyone, happy Friday. So I know many of you know me because obviously you're Facebook friends with me, so you know me. Some of you know me very well. And some of you are just getting to know me. We're just new friends, and it's been so great to connect on Facebook with old and new friends. And I wanted to come on and do this live. Well, first of all, my name is Eileen, and I am the author of the upcoming book, Your New Life Starts Now. And I'm a midlife reinvention coach, a speaker, and a stylist. And I help women in midlife really discover who they are and go out there and really, create the life of their dreams and be the leading lady of their own life. And, during these pandemic times, a lot of us, we've been home, we've had time to reset. I really thought it'd be fun. I've been coaching women these past few years, and I really thought it would be fun to add some glamour and luxury into my coaching packages, into my business. And the reason I say that is I hear a lot of women that are in midlife. I'm just going to share a little bit what we go through in midlife. We have our parents are aging. Sometimes we're caregivers. We're losing our parents. The kids are going off to college. Maybe they're actually flying the nest and moving out, or they've come back during these pandemic times. You're re-looking at your career. Do you want to do this much longer? Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you've been recently divorced, and what is life going to look like right now? It's a very overwhelming thing, to go through a midlife divorce. So, as I'm coaching women, through their either a divorce or an empty nest or whatever, transitions are going on in midlife, I've heard a couple different conversations. One is my current wardrobe doesn't align with my current lifestyle. Because, when you go through those transitions of, say, running kids around for 20 years, and then all of a sudden you're an empty nester, and maybe you start traveling again with your husband, or, with doing a lot of girls' trips, you're kind of looking at your wardrobe like, do I really need to update? And I've also heard a lot of women say, at this time in my life, I've been a caregiver. It's been amazing to everyone, the family manager, and now it's time for me. And they're really craving some luxury. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining in. If I don't see your name, sometimes you can't see everyone's name. I'm sorry, but I can't see everyone's name. But I'm saying hello. Happy, it's midday here, Eastern Standard Time. I know, Carol, you're in the UK. It's probably a little later, but here it's about lunchtime. So maybe you're taking a little lunchtime break. But thank you for joining in. And I'm talking about, when you're in midlife, how I hear women saying, I want to go to, the Four Seasons on vacation, or I want to, really just start spending some money on clothing and, maybe doing a great spa retreat, just really creating some luxury and not feeling guilty about it. Because let's face it, when you're raising kids, sometimes you're staying at those kid-friendly places or going camping, which is great, but, you're kind of at a different place in your life, and you just crave different things. So what I do in my coaching business, I really touch on your emotions and kind of rewiring your brain. And no one needs to be fixed, but sometimes we just need a little rewiring, because when we're creating a new life and we're reinventing ourselves and transform, we kind of have to really start a new conversation, right? That's going on. Because sometimes the old conversations don't serve us. Or if we've been in a place where things have been the same for a long time, like during this pandemic, you kind of need to have a refreshing, fun conversation. So that's why I was thinking, God, adding glamour and fun and being playfully bold in life and just, luxury. I don't know. I just know women want it, and I'm adding this in. So I wanted to do these lives weekly at noon and just add some little tips, adding some glamour in your ordinary day. And glamour does not have to be, we think of glamour like a boa around your neck. It does not have to be that. It can be little things. I'm going to give you some little glamour tips in a minute. But, I'll tell you a little bit about me. A few years back, hey, Jennifer. A few years back, well, actually, I'll start even before that. I was in showbiz. I don't know if a lot of you know, but I was in showbiz for many years. I was a professional dancer. I grew up 40 minutes out of New York City. I used to go take class in the city. I was in a dance company in New Jersey where I grew up. And I started auditioning in New York, and I got shows like right off the bat. I was a dance major in college. I went to Point Park College, University now in Pittsburgh. And I started auditioning, and I got a cruise ship right off the bat. And then I got a show. I went out to Vegas. I did La Cage, and I was in the world famous Siegfried and Roy show. I was dancing in Atlantic City for a while, out in LA doing that actress, dancer, everything out there, and really having fun. And so when I went through, I went through many years after that of being a stay-at-home mom and being the family manager and, a whole new life. It was like, I think every decade we kind of reinvent ourselves a little bit. But, about 6 years ago, I became suddenly separated. I was heading towards divorce. I was married for a very long time. And the kids were kind of leaving the nest at that same time. And I really felt like I had lost my identity. And, my dad passed away. I lost the dog. I went back into the workforce. I was very disempowered with my skill set. And I was just like, what do I even do now? And I was just like upset a lot. I was crying and kind of just didn't even know who I was. And it was just funny. I had this yearning for that old me. And I wanted to create a new me, but that whole dancer and showbiz and glitz and glam, I was missing that a lot. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to invest in myself. I went and got some personal training and personal and professional development classes. I just started to, decided to host events for women to really empower women, have a panelist of all amazing speakers, and just to give inspiration, motivation, and every woman gets to create a life that she loves. And I love the midlife, like I was saying earlier, because, we are in that place where we're looking to create the new. And like I said earlier, we want a little bit of luxury in our life now. Go to that great spa, be able to, get new furniture in our home. We can get the white couches now, right? When the kids are grown, right? So that's a little bit about me. So during, and right after the divorce, when I started I really honestly went through everything. I kind of did an audit. I looked at my clothes. What am I going to keep, and what can I, what can I repurpose and make it look great? Did the same thing in my house. I looked at my career. I looked at my, the business. I had this dream of starting a business, and I did it. So, if you're a midlife woman, really, if you want to share in the comments below, what's an area in your life that you're really looking to transform and create the new? And like I said before, when in my coaching, I really start with brain rewiring, because honestly, the words that you're putting out there is what you get back. So again, we've been in a pandemic. Some of us, we've had some negative words, probably all of us over the course of this year. But now look it's a whole new chapter for you to create whatever you want in your life. And really just rewiring the self-talk is huge. Then, the reinvention part isn't so hard. I think sometimes people think about reinventing themselves or transforming their lives. It's really not as hard as you think, because when I coach women, I make it a fun journey. And I'm going to share a few tips that I share with them. And one of the things is to start creating beauty. So if you want to have that luxury lifestyle, start creating beauty right away. And honestly, it just shifts something. I'm actually next week on the talk, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the rewiring of your mindset, because again, no, we're not broken. Sometimes we just need to change the dialogue that's recurring, and, we want to change that conversation. So, so what I wanted to share today is some little tips on, some little lifestyle tips when you're craving that luxury. Hi, Mary. When you're craving that luxury and you're craving, just to have, those little things that you do for yourself, you just see the difference this will make. So first, I always when I start with my coaching clients, I said, buy yourself on our first call, buy yourself some flowers, because flowers have so many benefits. I mean, they make you happy. They uplift you. Just think when you get a bouquet of flowers, or say you're in an office and someone gets flowers, everyone's like, oh, they just make you happy. So I've been buying flowers on a weekly basis, honestly, since I got divorced. What was that, 6 years ago? And what's great is you can use them, like we're on Zoom a lot. Some of you may be doing lives, you have a business. They're great for a background. They just, and if you don't have flowers, go look around in your decor in your house, like put some pretty candles or just maybe change up your background every so often just to, make it refreshing. Another thing I'll suggest, okay, so I added a little glam today. I bought these at White House Black Market. And I think sometimes, you want to add a little luxury or just feel really great about yourself. Go out and invest in a couple little fun pieces of costume jewelry. And something like this, you may think it's a little dressy to wear on an ordinary day. But honestly, you can even wear a pair of earrings like this with a great t-shirt. I have a really cute pair of fuchsia. They're shoes. It's kind of like a sandal, but they have a little tiny heel. And a little gold clutch. You can just create an outfit with some fun. I mean, honestly, jewelry really can make any outfit just like, just so glamorous and stylish and just, make you feel like, when you feel good, you really can walk in anywhere and feel powerful and good about yourself. And you just attract people and opportunity. And, how when you feel really good and then the days that you don't. So there's a big difference. I also wanted to say, we're talking about, another thing is if you don't want to invest in the jewelry, I've heard a lot of women, over the course of when I was supporting them, reset their wardrobe. They like to wear the same pieces of jewelry every day. And they'd have a lot, but they just wouldn't want to take it out. It's like the china in the china cabinet, right? So look through your jewelry box and say, what, why not, because I know sometimes we're looking, want to get rid of things, like how can you repurpose that? And look at the pieces, some of the colors in your closet, like maybe match it with a color and wear it very differently, that piece of jewelry or that set, than you would have normally. So that's another way to kind of glam it up, feel a little luxurious, getting out your old jewelry and making it new again. Talking about china in the china cabinet, like anytime I eat and drink now, I use pretty, and I did this all during the pandemic, I use pretty goblets for iced tea, for water, of course for wine, but when I have my tea, I've even taken out my Wedgwood china. Like I remember I used to never take that out because it had, I don't know if any of you had that, the gold rim that you can't put in the microwave. Like when I got married way back in 1990, they weren't very microwave safe. And I just started, even for my family dinners, taking out the pretty dishes, taking out the napkins, putting a napkin ring. Like we have all this stuff, but we don't use it, right? Kind of just sits there and then we're just doing paper plates or, just our everyday dishes. Like, feeling glamorous and luxurious and, it's just taking those, just creating beauty in your day. And every ordinary day you can create beauty. And the last thing I wanted to say is, okay, so I'm a big fan of pretty loungewear. And during the pandemic, the early stages, I don't know about you. Hi. I don't know about you, but I was in my robe probably half the day. I was wearing the sweatpants and then I thought, what? I don't like doing this. I don't feel good. And if I don't feel good, I can't really produce results. I don't, I want to connect with people and feel good about myself, even if it's on Zoom. So I really suggest investing in some nice loungewear. When you get up in the morning, you do your hair, your makeup, put your nice top on, and if like a nice pair of loungewear pants. Jeans are great, but you just feel a little better when you have a nice like pajama set with some, detail, or invest in a nice silk robe. That definitely, shouts glam all the way. So anyway, I just wanted to, hop on here. I'm going to be coming on weekly, because I know a lot of us, we've had time to reset. We're creating the new. We're getting out and about again. So I'm going to be sharing a little, I'm going into some groups and sharing a little bit about fun, chic summer looks. So I'll be, sharing that. And, just every week, we're going to talk a little bit about, mindset. We're going to talk about reinvention and lifestyle, which is one of my favorite things to talk about, creating that beautiful lifestyle. So I know, we all want that, and we shouldn't feel guilty about, wanting luxury and nice things, because life is short. We really got to enjoy the ride. And really, we want to support business now, right? So we can do it, get out and about. Like, you want to travel, whatever, you can create that. You can figure out a way, even if it's money's tight, just be committed to your dreams and the lifestyle that you want to create. And I also invite you, anyone on the call, if you want to do a discovery call with me anytime, I'm going to share the link below, and just kind of come listen. There's no pressure at all. I'd actually love to get to know you. I have so many friends I don't really even know. So if you'd love to do a coffee chat with me, I'd love that as well. And just to get to know each other. I mean, life's so much better. The more conversations we have in life and the more people we get to know, the better, right? There's a world full of amazing people and a world full of amazing opportunities. So it's all about living your best life. So thank you all for joining in. I hope everyone has a super rest of your day and an amazing weekend. Bye-bye, all.